Hi, and welcome to GENO'S Picks, sponsored by the SBR Forum. That's right, the SBR Forum. Daddy got a sponsor. How? I don't know what they're looking at. We went 2-4 last week. We are 4-11 on the year, 27%. But before you start hating like everyone loves to do, let me point something out. We aren't making the picks, the jokes are. And the jokes have been good to you for 4 years. So if you want to quit now, bye-bye. But let me tell you something. Things have a way of balancing out, and you know these will. And if you don't like my picks, then go to the SBR Forum, because they have great handicappers there. Like my good friend John King, I never met the guy, and Swingin' Johnson and his podcast. And I write a daily blog every day called Geno's Takes. So you can sit there and whine about me being 4-11, or you can sit down and make some cold, hard cash. And you can see this video tomorrow at the SBR Forum. You ready? Me too. And now, Geno's Picks. My first pick, the Lions are getting a point against the Cowboys in Dallas. People, it's time to realize the Lions' offense is for real. Stafford's staying healthy, and I will tell you, there's more clicking going on in the Lions huddle than in an African tribal meeting. That's right, I said it, and don't come at me saying that's racist, because it's not. If I wanted to be racist, I'd show this picture and say, oh, snap. Yeah, wasn't hard to find. That happened 5 times Monday night because the Cowboys center, Phil Costa, suddenly can't recognize the voice of his own quarterback versus that of one of the Redskins linemen. Really, Costa? You can't tell the difference between a Cowboy and a Redskin? Good thing you weren't alive 400 years ago. We'd all be living in teepees. Look, Costa, I'll make it easy for you and your banged-up Cowboys. The guy standing behind you on Sunday is a Cowboy. The people that will be in front of you when you wake up Monday morning in the standings, those are the Redskins. People, I like the Lions here getting a point. Take the Lions. My next pick, speaking of the Redskins, they are traveling to St. Louis to play the woeful Rams, and the Redskins are only given a point. People, it's time to abandon the sinking ship that is the Rams. I was one of the people at the beginning of the year that said they're going to win the awful NFC West, but what does that really tell you? It's time to realize, I guess, that this team wasn't run as much by Sam Bradford as it was by Steven Jackson, whose hamstring is going to nag him all year. A running back having a hamstring injury is like having an argument with your girlfriend. Just when you think it's all gone away, you make one wrong move, and the aggravation starts all over again. And all you can do is, at that point, is sit and wait it out. And it doesn't go away, people. The Redskins are playing very well. And I just think, yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, the Redskins didn't put up many points against the Cowboys because that's a divisional game. And a divisional game is also a lot like a relationship. Am I right? Because when you see somebody twice a year, there's just no point in scoring with them. But I'll tell you what's happening this week. The Redskins are traveling to St. Louis, and they're getting themselves some strange. Take the Skins, lay the point. My next pick, the Steelers are getting 4 from the Texans in Houston. Look, I was wrong about the Lions at the beginning of the year. I said they wouldn't be good, and I'm glad they're good. I'm glad the Bills are good. But something's got to work for me, and I said the Texans wouldn't be good, and I don't think they are. I think they're going to suffer a major letdown after that loss last week in that shootout with the Saints, okay? And I'll tell you something. 4 points is a lot to give to a team like the Steelers, who are just good. And you got Ben Roethlisberger, who doesn't stay in the pocket a lot. He's hard to bring down, unlike another similar quarterback, Michael Vick, who this week cracked me up. Did you see him in the conference? He goes, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't frustrated. Really? You're frustrated, Michael Vick? Not as frustrated as the English department at Virginia Tech every time you open your mouth. People, they're the same quarterback. They both get hit a lot, Vick and Roethlisberger. But the difference between Roethlisberger and Vick is Vick goes down. Roethlisberger doesn't. I guess, you know, you can work out in a prison gym all you want, Michael Vick, but there's just something to be said for the resistance training you get from pinning a girl down in a Georgia shithouse. Am I right? People, I just don't see the Texans winning this game. This is a game where they give up at the end and fall short, and this is a game that the Steelers win. I love the Steelers. Take them and the 4 points. Which brings me to my lock of the week. There you go. That picture's funnier than anything I'm going to say, so let's just barrel through it. The Packers are giving 12.5 to the Broncos in Green Bay. The Broncos stink. The Packers are awesome. The Broncos couldn't beat Tennessee in Tennessee. And you think they're going to do well traveling to Green Bay? I don't think so. Traveling from Tennessee to Green Bay is like going from Disneyland to Crete. You're going to find yourself at the end of a bad shootout. Look, people, Joe hates to Crete. He doesn't know where it is, but I know the Packers are at the winning end of this bet. Take the Packers. Fuck the producer. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night better, as I like to say, just bet it all in a panic. The Colts are getting 10 against the Buccaneers on Monday night. People, the Buccaneers are pretty good. They beat Atlanta, but Atlanta didn't really impress me with their points. That's why I didn't touch them in that Seattle game, okay? And the Colts had a little fight in them. They're not going to go down because they're tired of being kicked around. It's all going to come down to the fact that this week things are so bad they signed Dan Orlovsky. Collins isn't going to start. The start goes to Surfer Boy Curtis Painter. Can Curtis Painter win this game? I doubt it. Will he lose by 10 or more? I doubt that too. Let me tell you something. Take the Colts, take the 10 points, because if Curtis Painter can't lose this game by less than 10, he's going to be remembered as the second biggest failed painter beyond Adolf Hitler. Yeah, Hitler painted that. No one cares. People, those are Geno's picks.